What up, y'all? We back. I know y'all was like, damn, they dead. It's over. No, we had to go on a little hiatus. Like, we live again. As my boy Corey Holcomb would say, we live again. Weekend High Podcast is back at y'all. Yeah, we just took a little hiatus, man. Um, a lot going on. It's you know what I'm saying? It's a lot putting these little shows together, man. Y'all don't know behind the scenes a lot. You know what I'm saying? We still growing. Um, this week Wayne couldn't be here. Chicken Wayne couldn't be here because, you know, like I say, he got a lot going on. Shout out to his son who's having a birthday today. Little
Celebration
Drizzy,
time.
like little Drake, because but Lil Drizzy, that's my dude. That's my dude. Lil LaMelo Ball, that's my dude, man. Shout out to Miles. He's miles away having his birthday. That's what's up. Shout out to that young man. And my brother out there, old Chicken Wing. But moving right along, y'all, man. We here, your boys. This week I'm Romello Scuggs. I don't know if y'all remember Sugar Hill. Romello.
Hello.
Like my church boy haircut. Romello. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Sugar Hill, definitely a classic amongst, you know what I'm saying, the black community. You know what I'm saying? And then I got my man CT in here all the way on the west side. You know what I'm saying? We on the west side, west coast, doing this thing. But yeah, man, we're gonna get into it. Yep, we're gonna get into it. Oh, you know what I'm saying? We got Flex on the Weekend High. Definitely the merch. Well, we got to get back hard on that. We're gonna do, like I said, we got a lot of things going on. You know how it is. But definitely we want to provide you with a good show, entertaining, and to get you through your week or your time. If you at Amazon, you on the road driving trucks, you want something to listen to, definitely pick us up. And we're gonna get right into it. There was a story. Matter of fact, there was a story that just came up. It was a Market Watch. Market Watch is usually a finance magazine, business, and so forth. And I wanted to chat. It was a big thing about the story because I don't know if you had heard this story. It was a story about it was basically the story was why some white men are better positioned in life to recognize their own white privilege. And the funny thing is, the article had a picture of this dude, Tink Tink. He had to deal with he got one of his legs cut off. So basically, in this article, they were going on and like they were saying that like some white men who face certain obstacles in life are better able to see white privilege. So they saying basically, if you're not crippled like you're like Tink Tink, if your ass ain't tinking around or some kind of defect, you oblivious to white privilege. But if you, I guess, in a wheelchair, some fucked up situation. So basically they saying your ass gotta be, as a white dude, you gotta be in some fucked up situation to recognize that you have white privilege. What about that?
Oh, man, I wish I had that privilege, man.
Basically, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Man, it just is that object of that benefit of the doubt that you're a good person automatically. I just wish I could have that, man. It's like you're just knowledgeable, you're smart, you're just all those privileges. Everything about you is good. A fucking scholar.
But I want you to build on that question though. Now they saying in this article, what's your thoughts on they saying that only way that white dudes really recognize that they have white privilege is that they gotta be disabled or fucked up or be like live in a trailer park, you know what I'm saying, live in the hood or whatever like that, be poor as hell before they recognize that, you know what I'm saying, that they have the white privilege. In the end, it says that they basically, the article saying that they got, if they have certain obstacles in their life, they're better able to see the white privilege and recognize, which could translate to support for policies to tackle racial inequities. Now, even though I don't think that I don't think that push them to tackle no racial inequities, but it says that white men who say they've experienced social disadvantages in the workplace based on their socioeconomic status, disability, age, sexual orientation, or religion are more likely than their white male counterparts who had not experienced such disadvantages to recognize white privilege. So what you think about that? So either you gotta be fucked up, disabled in the motherfucker. You gotta be gay. You gotta be of some religious sect. We ain't gonna say what that sect is, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You gotta be like, well, we can say it. You know, they basically saying either you gotta be gay, Jewish, or a disabled white dude to recognize that there are obstacles in the world. If you got none of those things going on, you just, oh my god, great.
Or the other one are dating somebody. Are you a white person dating somebody of color? And then you get to see the other side of the game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see that. But at the same time, I can't see that because a lot of people, a lot of white dudes who date black women, the black women they date, they not really like, you know what I'm saying? They're from a lot of them that they date, a lot of them that they do date. I don't know. Well, we'll say this is mixed because it is some, but not all. So let's say we don't know the percentages, y'all. We'll say 50-50. Like some of them they date, they be from a coon class. I'm gonna be real. They really not into black issues. They don't have the one of those. They're oblivious. The other ones, other 50%, they probably they acknowledge they knew who he is. They fell in love because of love. They didn't pick the dude because his color and nothing like that.
Mm.
But I'm saying that a lot of times I think that's used in interracial relationships. Like, oh, I was married to a black person, so I know what's going on. And I don't think that's still. I don't think that's still because you can't really. I mean, you could sympathize because a lot of times, like there's been a story of that one sister who was married to the Trump supporter, right? And she said she didn't even know this dude was a Trump supporter or some kind of racist. He was like some kind of racist white supremacist. She didn't know till the Trump shit started happening. And then when that happened, she started recording his ass on TikTok. Remember that? I don't know if you remember that story. Remember? And she was like, I never seen this side of him. I didn't even know he was like this. See what I'm saying? So they got sleeper cells.
Sleeper cell.
Yeah, man. I mean, because what I'm saying, like she said that. She said he never acted like this until this stuff came up to Trump got he reacted like, man, I'm tired of these black people. I mean, so you gotta I think it could go both ways. I'm just saying I think it could go both ways. Not say anything.
Let me tell you a story about what I've seen. Like this youth out here, it's this young man allegedly. He was living in Palos Verdes, and this is like a really high upscale area out here in Los Angeles. And he would come to South LA and like hang out with mostly black men, and he would gangbang. He would like do all the same activity as them, and then he got caught. He got caught by the police, and he flexed that money and that privilege to get out of that situation to beat a murder trial, while his other counterparts end up going to prison. Now, it was allegedly that he killed some rival gang member, and then he came back with them because he was the driver, and he came back with them and kicked over the candles at his vigil, and they had it all on video, and he got off. He got off for his other counterparts.
I mean, we seeing them get off left and right, like the two little boys who had the rape conviction, the two white boys, and the judge is just like, we don't want to ruin their lives. Even though they raped them, we don't want to ruin their lives. Sitting them in jail. So yeah, you see that. And now another quick thing about this article, and we're gonna move on. Now, one thing about this article that struck my nerve because it's like they're trying to cover up global white supremacy. Think about this. They're saying this. Although white men sit atop the two of the most dominant hierarchies, race and gender, they are not a monolith group. Which that's true. Nothing's a monolith, but the percentages is so far from that. Usually they sit in the top. Them two, ain't it? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Even when they how they trying to say, oh, well, if they're gay, they're even the gay ones. It's racist gay white people out here. Like one of the presidents, whatchamacallit? I can't think. All my people gonna be mad at me. They'll be like, man, you don't know your stuff, boy. But you know what I'm talking about? The president who was gay, who sicked was it Hoover?
Yeah, I know you're talking about FBI.
Yeah, okay, yeah, FDR, okay. You know what I'm saying? He was a gay dude, really, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't buy that because I'm gay and I'm white. I understand racism and shit. No, that don't mean shit. Because they don't know that you're gay until, you know what I'm saying, unless you expose it and tell people. Other than that, you just a white dude walking around. Am I right or wrong? Nobody gonna be looking at you like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Unless you just out there flexing. If you flexing with it, then I get it. But moving right along, man. Another story this week. Um, that blew my mind was you heard about my man out in Milwaukee, the Milwaukee brother who went in and bust on the police in a police station. I don't know if you heard about that
Damn.
one. Uh, yeah, man. He basically 23-year-old Milwaukee man. He fired multiple shots at police in the lobby of Milwaukee's District 5 police station. Um, and then basically what happened was reason he did that is because one of his friends, his homeboy, he was 20 years old. His name was Keyshawn D. Thomas. Excuse me. He died in a police holding cell at the station. So that's why he went there and bust. So basically, one of his friends got locked up with the police, and all of a sudden, when he got locked up, he ultimately just died. Like nobody know how he died. He was in jail. All of a sudden, he just died. The police said they don't know. So he got mad about that. Like, nah, y'all killed my friend. So he went in and got the busting on him.
Damn, he went in there and took matters in his own hands. Like,
hey man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not frowning upon frowning upon what he did, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to big up what he did. I'm not frowning upon it. But I'm just be real. Like, I mean, you think about it, all these cases that go like Breonna Taylor got you know what I'm saying, shot up, and she ain't had nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? She got shot up, and what happened to her? The people who killed her, nothing. They got off on everything. You know what I'm saying? And look, the last dude, he just even got off on I know you've seen that where he just got off on, how the endangerment to the neighbors when they shot. He just got off on that. So
that was a given right there.
You know what I'm saying? So he just got off on that, man. So I don't blame this man. Like if he felt like, you know what I'm saying, y'all did that to my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? And these are younger guys. So in my head, it's like, and this is not gonna be a popular perspective, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like all the L's we take, you know what I'm saying, and people, always bring up black on black crime when really crime is based on who you're around anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at statistics, you kill who you're around. But like I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like he might have felt like his friend wasn't gonna get justice. Now he probably should have went about it that way because now he locked up because what happened was three officers it said investigators are uncertain if any connection exists between the shooting Friday and Thomas' death. They said now they don't know if it's connection, but 3 officers were suspended following Thomas's death, and the investigation is ongoing. So basically, 3 officers got suspended. He went in there and got the shooting. So it said he shot several members of. Oh no! It said several members of the community were present at the lobby at the time of the shooting. An officer shot back at the man, prompting him to run from the station. Officers chased the suspect on foot, and where multiple officers shot at him and then hit him multiple times. He was hospitalized with injuries that are not life-threatening. No officer or civilian was injured during the shooting. The gun was recovered. So, but yeah, man. Oh, you know what, y'all? We'll be right. I guess. See, he in the metaverse, so y'all just got me right now. Let's go a one-on-one. But yeah, man, that's crazy. That's definitely crazy how that happened to that brother. I don't know what to say about that one. Brother had to do what he had to do, and I guess pretty much take things in his own hands. But moving right along. Welcome back, fam. You know what I'm saying? We're going through some little technical difficulties. See out there in Cali, they got the windstorms out there, but he's still here with us.
What's up, y'all? Sorry about that.
He halfway in the metaverse, y'all. But yep. Yeah, we're gonna keep on with the show. Yeah, man. They can't stop. We still live again. But let's get on to it, man. And speaking of perseverance, my man C doing his perseverance and everything. It's another group of people who were, very persevered that we come from. We foundational Black Americans come from our ancestors there, showing on the screen. This is the article, man. I don't know if you heard this one. C. There was a story of modern American slavery. This was the story I saw on NPR. Basically, it was a story of Mae Miller. NPR's Allison Keyes talked to Mae Miller, who worked as a slave on a plantation near Galesburg, Mississippi. She says her family was held there until about 1960, almost a century after Congress abolished slavery in 1865. And basically, as Miller tells it, she spent most of her youth in Mississippi as a slave, picking cotton, pulling corn, picking peas, picking butter beans, picking string beans, digging potatoes. Whatever was the case, she said, that's what you did for that's what you did for no money at all. Whatever it was, she said that's what you did for no money at all. So she didn't get no pay, did all that. Miller said her and her sister Annie, they basically were in bondage until the 1960s, not 1860s, when slavery was officially freed after the Civil War, but the 1960s. In this story, which ABC News has, I guess they didn't want to confirm it independently, I guess at the time when the story was ran. She said that she tried to run away. And
Right.
her brother brought her back to the plantation or whatever. But yeah, what do you think about that? So when you hear people say we shouldn't get reparations and slavery was so long ago, that's that's one of the usually talking points. Oh man, slavery was so long ago. Not really. It was still actually going on in 1960. What you think about that, C? You still with us? See, you still there? I think he's still there, y'all. But regardless, my thoughts on this is like,
And when they tried to leave, they just ended up getting sent back.
Oh, there you go. We missed you. We didn't hear what you said. You was muted. Where you at? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. What was you saying? What did you think about that story that they were still slaves?
Oh man, my bad. You didn't hear nothing I said. Mm-mm. Sorry about that, man. The internet's kind of shaky out here, man, with the power out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. It's like I heard stories of people that were still kept in bondage and they were still in fear because they were getting put back onto the plantation after they tried to escape. But this is way, way after the slavery was abolished, and they didn't even know slavery was over. Because you can imagine if you're living in a rural area, you don't really have much access to internet and stuff like that, and you're not watching TV, so somebody can control your lifestyle if you don't have that knowledge. And if you see everybody around your surroundings still doing the same thing that look like you, how would you know the difference? Let's think about in Galveston, Texas, how long did it take for them to actually realize slavery was over? This was like years later. So this can happen anywhere.
Yeah. This sister, Miss May Miller, she said that she was born. They were born in her and her sister were born in the 1930s and 40s in a world where their father, Kane Wall, now believed to be 105 years old, had already been forced into labor. So, like you said, all they knew was slavery because you know what I'm saying. That's how they was brought up. So, they didn't get. A lot of places, a lot of these rural places didn't get. They made sure that message wasn't clear that, slavery wasn't ending. So you always hear, remember Living Color, remember they had the skit where the slavery that really happened. That really.
And I'll be honest, when you can go to places now, and when I go visit my son and I go to where his grandfather lived, a lot of people still live on a plantation. Like the housing is a little bit different, but more modern, but the same structure is still there, and it's still on the outlines of the sugarcane fields. It's on the outline of that, and they have their own personal stuff that they're growing. But if I can see how this could continue for like years without people knowing, you just limited resource and knowledge, and you would think that somebody would tell them, but why would you if you see if it's working out in your benefit?
Exactly. So there's once again another argument, another definitive argument why, definitely Foundation of Black Americans should get cash payments for reparations because, you still like all these other groups and all these other things, people feel so they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this happening. But this has happened. This is part of the American fabric in a lot of ways. And we still haven't dealt with it. And how you deal with it is the people you affected economically. because we're a capitalist society. So economics is big in our society. Those people you affected, because like, like we say, they didn't steal education. They didn't steal that. They stole money, wealth, and everything. So you can't say, oh well, let's pay the people back in education. That's no, y'all. You stole wealth. That's what you should administer back to the people you stole it from. Period. But moving right along, man. We're gonna take a dive down here real quick. I don't know if this story happened while we were on our little hiatus. You know what I'm saying? See, I know you probably heard this story of the new Supreme Court judge that was appointed by Joe Biden. I know you heard about that.
Oh yeah.
Well, check this out. Alabama's first black federal judge asked Biden not to tap Ketanji Brown Jackson for Supreme Court. The first black federal judge in Alabama sent a letter to President Joe Biden asking him to pass over a leading contender for the U.S. Supreme Court. U.W. Clement, a former state lawmaker who served as a federal judge in Alabama from 1980 to 2009, petitioned the president not to consider Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson for the vacancy that will be filled upon the departure of Justice Stephen Breyer later this year. It said that Jackson, who has been a front runner for the seat, currently sits on the federal appeals court in D.C. Now, in his letter, Clemens said that there were several exceptionally well qualified black female aspirants for the Supreme Court. Several exceptionally well qualified black female aspirants for the Supreme Court, but expressed a desire to see Jackson out of contention for the nomination. Retired judge pointed to the case Ross versus Lockheed. Listen to this. A 2016 class action lawsuit brought forward on behalf of 5,500 black Lockheed Martin employees as the basis for his opposition to Jackson's potential nomination. Jackson presided over the case, and Clemens said in the letter the judge failed to greenlight the settlement that was reached, which was to disperse $22 million to the employees. Now, in that lawsuit, most people think, oh, it was just a class action suit. She just didn't go for it. Y'all just tripping because they was black. No, in that suit, it was some kind of white supremacist who had shot up the workplace. I don't know if you knew that. He actually shot up he shot up the damn workplace. So most people think, oh, it's just a class action suit, discrimination. That's no big deal, right? But no, it was some in that workplace. There was like almost damn near a workplace shooting, and that a lot of the employees at the what it was is a lot of employees that was at that company, they had been making complaints about this dude. You know what I'm saying he was a white supremacist, a racist. He said he was gonna come in one day and shoot all the black people. Like, he had been saying this, and it wasn't just him. It was other employees who had said things like that too. But they had been complaining for years about this dude. Like, hey man, this dude crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then he carried it. He went in there and got to shooting off people. You know what I'm saying? Shooting the black folks up in there. So she could have won. All she had to do was, say yes on the case, sign off, like, to get, the employees, and then think about the employees, people who died, their families. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that was going to be dispersed amongst them, but she said no to it. So this, so our brother UW Clemens, this first federal judge of Alabama, he said, hell no, don't put her in office.
Damn.
He tried to say that, of course, Joe Biden didn't listen to him, of course, you know what I'm saying? Because he, hey, despite what I say, he wants them kind of people in office. You know what I'm saying? He want people who gonna rule against black folks in office. I mean,
he want the face. He just want the face in there.
Yeah, just like Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas been on the Supreme Court forever. What the hell has he done? Nothing. Nothing but show contempt for his own people. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. But
and people forget about he's in there.
Yeah, because he don't do nothing for black folks. He don't do nothing for nobody. I mean, only thing Clarence Thomas was worried about was that Anita Hill thing. You know what I'm saying? After that thing went away, you know what I'm saying? He pretty much just been collecting checks. He just sitting there collecting checks, man. He, you know what I'm saying, and voting against it, putting down anything that has something to do with black folks, I guarantee. But that's just my thoughts on him. But yeah, man, I don't think that was, like I said, I saw a lot of forums of people, a lot of the big dogs like Tariq Nasheed, and everybody was talking, Professor Black Truth and Black Authority was talking about, you know what I'm saying, that, asking a question, basically posing a question, what does this do for black people? And really, of course, it really don't do nothing. Like you said, it's just a face. You know what I'm saying? It's just to say something. Hey, look, I did this for you guys. Look.
And you can always tell by the reaction of people. Like there was no big hip hooray that she got put in office or anything.
I mean, because the people see it through that now. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, that's just another symbolic gesture. Okay, why y'all won't just give us reparations? Like y'all doing, you know what I'm saying? So people are really waking up. I am proud that people are starting to kind of wake up and just like look at. I mean, because it's in your face and it's just hard not to see it. It's just like, damn, they just really blatantly doing this. They don't give a
right.
Yeah. But moving right along, y'all. We're gonna stroll through this thing. Once again, hit that like, subscribe, and share. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Please hit that for us and subscribe so you can know when we're on again. Yeah, man. Next case thing I want to pull up was your boy Sam Jack was in the news, entertainment wise. That's something I'm gonna lead you into your segment. Entertainment wise, Sam Jackson was in the news. Reason he was in the news, he was speaking out against Joe Rogan. Calling him out for using the N-word. And he said he told Leonardo DiCaprio, he had to say it. So basically, Leonardo DiCaprio was on code. It's like, oh no, don't say it. He don't put my boy out there. Don't say it. He was on code for with his people. And then Sam Jackson was like, nah, man. Sam Jackson was like, nah, I got to say something on this. Basically, he said. Samuel Jackson he said, people are always calling me about doing a podcast, but I can't talk an hour without saying something effed up. He said he has no patience for Joe Rogan using racial slurs. In a new interview with Sunday Times, the 73-year-old actor disputed Joe Rogan's claim that his words were taken out of context in this apology. He said there is no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word, never mind publicly on a podcast. He is saying nobody understood the context of what he said, but he shouldn't have said it. It's not the context, dude. It's that you was comfortable doing it in the first place. Say that you're sorry because you want to keep your money, but you were having fun and you say you did it because it was entertaining. So Samuel Jackson has some words for him, man. Samuel Jackson, he's a writer, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so yeah, man. I mean, Sam Jackson's calling it like it is, man. I mean, this dude has called us all kind of apes and monkeys and, said that we're inherently violent, had people on the show that's, known like white supremacists and stuff. Like, man, so I'm glad to see.
You think about the company of people that listen to that and enjoy it. Who's enjoying it and like in the entertainment world, they're pretty much co-signing on that. And I'm not gonna say any names, but certain quarterbacks out there, that kind of enjoy his rhetoric and follow everything he say, allegedly.
Yep.
But I just wonder, like, you work with that person professionally and how he really feels about you.
Right, man. I mean, that's just typical behavior. Like, I don't understand. Like, most people, they're acting all surprised. Like, to me, this is the typical behavior of people in the, the dominant society that are white males. Now, I'm not saying that all do that because, like you say, I know some that are cool. You know some that are cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not a mind. It's just cool people in all races. So, but I'm saying though, but majority, I'm just being real. I'm not trying to extend, because this is a show and everything. But I'm saying in my life and growing up and becoming a man and even over manhood, me kind of coming in contact with some certain people of different, races and stuff like that. It's always it's always a tight with those, you know what I'm saying? Especially being from from the great state of Indiana, so
it's a great state.
That ain't hard to run into, you know what I'm saying? And they're the ones that be around you and they act cool as hell. You like, damn, man, ain't no way this dude is racist or nothing. But then something happened and then you be like, damn, I didn't see that coming from. So I mean, so that's what I was saying about Leonardo DiCaprio. He getting this garbage ass, and they're trying to stop him from saying.
But I think the most important thing, though, if you ever see anybody try and push for reparations, that's when the true colors will really show.
Exactly.
We're gonna see it. You're gonna see. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's what I said. Leonardo DiCaprio, he got on code. Basically, he told Samuel Jackson, "Don't say nothing about Joe Rogan. He's on code with white supremacy because like he don't want him to say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like most people was like, well, maybe that was his friend. And he was just trying to, he didn't want him to get in trouble or whatever like this or canceled or, you know what I'm saying? The thing Leonardo DiCaprio should have did was speak out with him. You know what I'm saying? If he was really a friend, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. But that's to me, that would have been speaking out. Like, we would have spoke out with him instead of telling Samuel Jackson, oh, don't say that about Joe Rogan,
Hey, well, more to the story is everybody got to stay on code for what they know.
Exactly. There you go. All right, moving right along, people. Getting this thing moving once again. If you just tuning in, this is the Weekend High Podcast, your boy.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Man, taking you into your segment, see, man, you had some news. Let's go into some let's go into your let's go into you were telling me something about Martin. The Martin
That's
reunion.
right. The good old Martin reunion. Now, I heard that there is going to be a 30th anniversary reunion on BET Plus. Shout out to BET Plus. And the whole cast is going to reunite to recreate the show. Of course, there was the death of Tommy. Everybody loved him. But
Damn.
Yeah. But the whole cast is going to get back together, and they're going to have it's going to be hosted by Avion Crockett, and they're going to start taping the show on. Well, they already started taping it on February 20th, and for all of you who have BET Plus, that's going to be a good show for you to watch. I know I loved Martin back in the day, and I can't wait to see this 30th reunion.
Yeah, man, I want to see. I'm glad that hopefully him and Tisha Campbell didn't let whatever happened in the past.
Right.
Like they still on point with each other, and it's good to see. I'm sorry to hear about Tommy, man. And I always I hate to see that happen to Tommy, man, because he was a key character on the show. But yeah, it'll be good to watch the Martin reunion. I'm definitely check that out. Y'all check that out, man. One of the best shows. One of the greatest shows ever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Arguably one of the greatest TV sitcoms ever. You could put it up there with any ones you want to say that's great. Even the Honeymooners, because I know our other crowd be like, oh, the Honeymooners. No.
It's definitely in the top 5 of top sitcom 5 comedies.
All time. Easy. Easy. And now moving on to other news, you said it's some crazy news going out there in Wisconsin.
Oh, yes. Good old Green Bay with your boy. Now, this lady right here was allegedly accused of having sex while on crystal meth, and she ended up decapitating the person that she was engaging in sex with. Now, can you imagine like somebody just having that much crazy sex that you end up losing your damn head?
Damn, man. I mean, that took a whole new meaning to give me some head. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want, you know what I'm saying? Damn. So she was so high. I mean, you got to be high as hell. You got to be out your damn mind to cut somebody head. Because think about it, it's not even the fact of like doing something to somebody. It's actually the fact of cutting somebody's head off. You know
That's crazy. Maybe he was in that box.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like people, people feel like, okay, if it came down to have to protect my family, I could shoot somebody, do this, whatever like that. But like sitting there sawing somebody's head off. You gotta be pushed to a certain limit, or you gotta be on some high ass dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they would.
That's the only way. That's right, man. So I wonder if she gonna like. I want to know how much time she gonna get. Like,
well, right now she's facing first-degree murder for international homicide and mutilating a corpse.
Yeah, I hope I don't see no save whatever her name is trying to get her off and stuff. She didn't carve somebody's head off. I say she probably get. Let's play a bet game because we know these are statistics. That white folks usually get less time than us, so I'm gonna guess that she will get probably 10, 12 years.
And a TV show?
Yeah, book deal, 12 years. Now 12 years. Now she ain't not she only gonna have to do probably like 80% of the time. Um, book deal, TV deal, Netflix special.
Netflix special, of course.
Yeah, she good. She gonna be good. She gonna be good. That's probably a come up. You know what I'm saying, from the trailer park, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's probably a come up.
And it's crazy because she cut old dude's body up, dismembered him, and put him in a damn minivan. That's crazy.
I'm just saying that's where she from. That's probably, and she from Wisconsin, and you know some parts of Wisconsin is real trailer parkers. But been up there before myself, but through for work. But
and this goes on along the same lines of the dude having having sex with the corpse in Michigan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the dude we covered that. He was running old elderly women over to have sex with him. So you know what I'm saying, like. When you hear these kind of cases, you think, you know what I'm saying, oh, they go get 20, 30 years. No, they probably, I say, dude that ran the people over him, he might get 12 to 15. She probably gonna get 10 to 12.
Yeah, because as long as the news media ain't making a big deal about it, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, we already know that. Now, moving on to other news, man, with some good news, man. Back in the heyday, oh, shoot, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Freaknik, whoo, boy! If younger folks, if you wasn't around for Freaknik, man, it was some good and bad. You know what I'm saying?
It was a lot of good. It was brutal, but it was real.
It was brutal, but it was real.
So a lot of you young people, y'all will never experience Freaknik, but as spring break is coming around the corner, a lot of colleges are letting out, and this was one of the gems back in our day. We were able to see Freaknik from the beginning to its end. Freaknik started in the 1980s by HBCUs in Atlanta by the DC club, who was rivaling the California club. So they all put together to have like big events out in the Piedmont Park, and it started to grow when they handed it off to a club promoter. And then they started getting more HBCUs involved. And then it got out of hand as non-HBCU students started joining in, and it started getting a little more sexual, a little more fun, and a little bit of violence. But the culture of Freaknik was just watching something grow and to see the need of people who just really want to have fun. Everybody else had their own spring breaks. Like they would always run out to Mexico and do all this stuff. We couldn't afford that shit. So where the fuck do we go? We all just got our money together, got some gas together, and wherever we can stay at and crash and lay our head for the night, we went out there to have the best time of our lives and great memories.
Yes, my brother, we did. Yeah, that's true, man. You know what? Freaknik was good. Because evil was good. Evil is good. Freaknik was good because it was like, you know what? The core of it really started bringing the black HBCUs together. You know what I'm saying? Different, you get to meet your brothers from over at this school, your sisters from over at this school. A lot of it was based around the fraternities, the Greek, you know what I'm saying, the Divine Nine and all that stuff, the Greek fraternities. So a lot of that, played into a part of it. And then the city got involved, the locals got involved. That's when it kind of, I'm not gonna say the locals of Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta, but I'm just saying the locals. Because a lot of people start moving to Atlanta, so you had different people from West Coast, East Coast, South, other parts of the South coming to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was evident that we was in Freaknik, and I remember I was in Freaknik, and remember us getting trapped on the highway because they wouldn't even let you. They would block the exits, and they wouldn't let you off. But, what did we do? We had a party on the highway. I can say I experienced that. We had a whole party on the highway, and then, what's so crazy? It was nothing but love, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing but love, man.
Nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? When they say young black people can't get together and have a good time without shooting and killing and all that. That's that's all. That's a lot of that's propaganda, man. Because I experienced it. We was out there. I'm gonna say it was brothers and sisters from everywhere. I want to say 3, 4, 5. I want to say thousands of people, man. I don't even think it was over 500. It was thousands on that highway, and what? We couldn't get off, so everybody was like, you know what? We just gonna block the highway. We just gonna sit up and have a party. And boom, brothers are walking up to you. Where you from? Oh, you from? What's up, brother? You know, just handshakes, love,
Right.
smoking something with you. You know what I'm saying? Drinking something with you. Everybody was cool. The females was out there. You know what I'm saying? It was just all love. Like, and you know, at those times, like you go to places today, a lot of times you can't tell people where you from because then they want to rob you. You're like, oh, you ain't from here? Get your ass. You know. But like, you know, we was out there. It was like, where y'all from? Well, we from out. We drove up here from Grambling. What? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Just show, man, we about to show y'all the good time. You know, the females. I'm gonna show y'all the best females in Atlanta. You know,
Nothing but love, man.
Nothing but love, man. Shout out to ATL. Love y'all down there, man. All my family from Georgia, so you know, saying nothing but love from the ATL. And we gonna have one of y'all own rappers on here soon. We gonna get that show lined up. He's coming. JR Bourne, he gonna be coming on the show. You know what I'm saying? I know he watched the show regularly. That's Ken Hope. So he gonna come on. He got a new video that's just popping out. So y'all check that out on YouTube. JR Bourne. He gonna be on here representing ATL all day. But yeah, shout out to you, cuz. And but yeah, man, Freaknik, man, that's the thing. I just like to see one. You know what I'm saying? I like to see us winning. I like to see us coming together, winning on business, money, and even in fun, man. Like just having fun, man. Just chopping it up with some bros and just everybody just, you know what I'm saying, on one accord. Love it, man. You know what I'm saying? So I wish Freaknik was still around, but you know, like say the powers that be, they tried to shut Freaknik down because you know they were saying that, you know, a lot of people was complaining about it and everything.
Right, like, there were, yeah.
You know, even I don't know about Black Daytona Beach. That was a thing that was popping when we was in school too.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, great times. We got to do it again. Black people got to do it again. We'll find some place where we gonna do our thing and or have those events. I don't want to have us come pull up at one event so that's where y'all in. Let's get them. No, no, we ain't gonna never do that. Yeah, we got to be strategic. So we, you know, we just, you know, we got to have some things like that. I guess we do have those things in the form of family reunion. So let's keep doing it, y'all.
Do you think there'll be more events like that ever come back out?
I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
With a lot of the restrictions, I mean, it's possible. It's possible with a lot of restrictions. Everybody's so happy to be back out. You could see something, those type of things happening. But like if we do those type of things, because you know, I know we was, you know, that's back when you could be a little ignorant out here. And not die from it. You know, you could be ignorant and not die from it. Like. But now you make a mistake out here, you either going to jail or you dead. So you got to be very careful. So if we come together, I think we should have more events. We'll be talking about as far as growing our own foods, money, economics. First and foremost, reparations, you know, for us in the form of cash payments. Let's get that out the way. Once we get our check, then we can break down and start doing things like as far as our farming industry, growing foods, networking each other, create businesses together, you know what I'm saying, putting our stuff together, you know, just, you know, because I hate all that narrative always about, oh, y'all get reparations, they ain't gonna do nothing with it. Like, well, that's you. But you free to do with your check whatever you want to. I'm gonna do something with mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's coming, y'all. It's coming. We gonna keep pushing the fight, man. But let's go on to sports news, man. Wing ain't here with us, so we're gonna do sports this week. Your boy Lamar Jackson. He's in the news, man. Lamar has been saying some things. There's a lot going on with the NFL right now with the quarterback situations. A lot of quarterbacks is on the market, and with a lot of quarterbacks being on the market, I guess there's like some kind of change up in the NFL, but a lot of the black quarterbacks in the NFL, they say they're not getting a fair shake. So Lamar Jackson, he says the racial bias against black quarterbacks is still there in the NFL. You know, he said it ain't went nowhere. He says basically, an article I came across from ESPN, he said he still has something to prove being a black quarterback in the NFL. Jackson addressed the issue during an appearance on LeBron James' YouTube interview show The Shop, which had its season premiere Friday. When the discussion turned to how there has been a historical bias against black quarterbacks, James said it's dying off, but it's still there. Jackson responded, it's still there. That's why I need that championship. During the show, James talked about how he feels disrespected when not being included in discussions about the best scorers in NBA history. He said it's something Jackson could relate to because of critics telling him he wasn't a real quarterback. So with everything going on, we still got the brothers in the NFL. We still got the brothers in the NFL. See, it's back with us, y'all. We still got the brothers in the NFL trying to fight to prove themselves as quarterbacks. So just see is joining us back. I'm gonna just reiterate it to him. So see, yeah, man, Lamar was saying basically, I was telling people Lamar Jackson was on LeBron James The Shop Show, and he was basically saying that black quarterbacks, a black quarterback today, you still got to prove yourself.
Right. I definitely agree with that.
He said that's why he needed a championship, because he said otherwise they just think he can't throw, he just runs. So what do you think about that? I still think that's the case too.
I agree. That's still the comments that come around these days as I listen to sports radio, and they still say that we're just out there running around like we're some running backs instead of being the leader of the team and being the quarterback. There's no faith in us, even though you're starting to see the trend that majority of the quarterbacks are African American, but nobody really wants to see the true leader of the team as pretty much being an African American. That's just that reserve spot that they want the captain of that team to be that statue arm out there, that great American stature.
That's supposed to represent leadership.
Yes. Exactly.
Let's be real. Let's say the white man at the helm represents leadership. Let's just be real. That's what it's.
Just go ahead.
Let's be real. For y'all.
Basically,
I don't like it in the comments, then you believe what you believe. I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna believe what I believe. I see y'all good comments, y'all good trolls and stuff. But man, I'm gonna speak it. I gotta speak the truth, man. Yeah, man. It's just that when we're seen in leadership positions as black men, we are always dissected. You know what I'm saying? When you get other people who get in leadership positions, they're not as dissected as much. You know what I'm saying? They always given another chance. Oh, give him another chance. He's still good. This, that, and the third. Now, in that interview on LeBron James' show, The Shop on HBO, it was brought up how Jackson was asked to run wide receiver drills at the NFL Scouting Combine 4 years ago after being a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. Jackson shrugged when asked why this happened, saying he has no idea. You know what I'm saying? Well, he know. He just probably didn't want to say on the show.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, he
know. Because remember, his mother even had to come down and say that. Look, remember when he was going to Louisville? Like, if he come here, y'all not changing him into no receiver. He want to play quarterback. So
I always think about Cordell Stewart, how they made him step down from being a quarterback to being a wide receiver, and it was never the same for him. Like, I can see that really hurt that man. Like that's a big change right there. Like, you're not good enough leader of this team, so let's demote you and make you a wide receiver. Not saying there's anything wrong being a wide receiver, but if that's not the position you came there for, don't put that man in that spot.
And you know what? And I want to debunk anybody. It's like, oh, y'all tripping. No, I got a story for you. Think about Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill was a receiver before, and they let him become a quarterback. Remember?
Yep.
Ryan Tannehill in college at Texas, he was a receiver, but he had he didn't have as much pushback when being a receiver going to quarterback. But you want a man who's already a quarterback to go receiver, and you mad because he giving pushback. You know what I'm saying? So that it just go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people say, well, Ryan Tannehill still had to prove so. Yeah, he had to prove himself, but I don't think he had to prove himself as much as Lamar Jackson or somebody would have to prove themselves, you know what I'm saying? Because he fits the part. He looks the part.
And if you really look at that, to me, their success is similar to,
right.
Yeah, right. But he doesn't get the ridicule as much as he do. Like, he's a great quarterback. He's this, he's that. He's leading his team into the championships.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Tannehill was somebody who played receiver already, who became a quarterback. See what I'm saying? Like Lamar, he was always a quarterback, and they want to change him. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's crazy that you let somebody who was already a receiver become a quarterback and didn't give them as much pushback. But you messing with somebody who's always been a QB, you want to make him into a receiver.
And I think about like the people that have success in the NFL, but if they get injured and the season doesn't plan out as they expected, like Kyler Murray, Like they're already ready, trying to get rid of him already.
Yeah, already trying to get rid of him. So yeah, we're gonna respect, man. That's what it is. That's what they going on. Moving to other news, Brittany Griner, your girl, your baby
Me
mama.
too.
Your baby mama, Brittany Griner. She is in the news. She done got hemmed up by the people, man, out there in Ukraine. It says that she reportedly was detained in Russia, and the representatives are working to get her home. She got detained in Russia after customs said they found hashish oil in her luggage at an airport near Moscow. Allegedly. So she got allegedly she got detained because they found some drugs. Like I saw another article that said they was painting a narrative like, oh, drugs were found in her bag. You know what I'm saying? But it was really like hashish oil or whatever. So she could have been using it for her joints. You know what I'm saying?
Her joints.
Her joints. her literal joints. She could have been using it for her literal joints, not the I know y'all. He could have been rubbing it on her joints. She could have dropped it in the joints too.
Rubbing that oil all over your body.
Yeah, she wrote. Hey, Brittany's out there doing it. Yeah, man. I mean, I hope she get home soon. But yeah, it said that the bag belonged to Griner found vape cartridges that contain oil derived from cannabis, a crime that carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison. While Griner was not mentioned by name, the Customs Service identified the detained person as a player from the U.S. women's basketball team, but they didn't specify the date of her detainment. So basically. WNBA said they're aware of the situation in Russia and they're close contact with her legal representative. So they're trying to get her out. So she if they want to be funky, she could do 10 years out there.
Damn, that is a long ass time over some bullshit out there, and especially with they
like that's the thing.
Stuck.
Like that's the thing. I mean, you know me,
that's
I'm
a bad pawn to use in the game.
Yeah, I'm always a proponent. I'm pro, cannabis and all that good stuff. But I'm not pro cannabis, like taking it overseas and all that kind of stuff. You got to know, you go in a certain country, they ain't with that, man. You can't be out there, bringing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, she's been playing there for a long time, though. She's been getting like $1 million a season because this is basically where she's getting her money from. But she ain't getting it with the WBA.
I mean, yeah, I get it. But, she might, and think about it, she might have got away with it before. They might not have tripped on it. But now, everything is heightened security with the war going on and everything. They probably didn't check her bags that closely. But it's like, you should know, like this. It's almost like this. Like, if you go into, like, Jamaica or somewhere, you probably going to get away with it. You know what I'm saying? A place that's friendly, or Amsterdam, a place that's cannabis friendly. You know what I'm saying? You might get away with it, but like if you're going somewhere like the Ukraine, man, come on, man. That's a war. Like a war torn country. You know what I'm saying? Cold War type shit. Like I'm not bringing no kind of nothing with me. I see what I ain't gonna bring it with me, but I see what they got when I get there. You know what I'm saying? I see what y'all got. Y'all got the Russian creams out here. What's good? But like I'm not bringing it with me though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bringing it with me because you already know they're gonna treat you different. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got the complexion for the protection, so you already know they're about to treat you different, man. I wouldn't even fuck around.
Yeah, no.
But I hope the sister get home. You know what I'm saying? I hope our sister, she's still our sister out there, man. I hope she get home. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nobody locked up abroad. Definitely. So shout out to Brittany Griner. Hope you get home, homie.
Oh man, I'll see you all on the other side, bro.
For sure. In other news, man. Speaking of the Ukraine, speaking of the Ukraine, man. There was, that's a big thing going on. Everybody's talking about the Ukraine. We know that, and of course, everybody knows what happened with the Ukrainian, the after students out there that was studying out there in the Ukraine. A lot of African students from other, a lot of the African countries is out there trying to study. And then they pretty much got hemmed up. They got, they wouldn't let them out the border and stuff. So you got tons of brothers and sisters got trapped at the border because the Ukrainians was like, nope, you ain't Ukrainian, you ain't got the complexion for the protection. Get your ass back. And we're gonna take these, our people first, you know what I'm saying? Which it really a surprise to me, you know what I'm saying?
No. Surprised they were surprised.
They were surprised, yes, because they always, no, we love our African brothers and sisters in the diaspora, but a lot of them, well, I'm not gonna say all of them because like you say, we always talk about we have to separate the coon classes. So because we got them in our over here, they got them over there. So they're coon class of people over there. They under the thing in they're brainwashed or they're sleep. They're not woke. They're sleep. They kind of think that all white people are just great. You know what I'm saying? All white people are good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's no such thing as racism. And so they got a full taste of it, there. And I'm sad that because they didn't deserve that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like them kids, them people, they just trying to get out the country. You know what I'm saying?
But I do commend them for just putting it out there for everybody to see, like, this is what's actually going on, how African and Indian students are being treated out there. Like, the closer you are to brown, you're going to get that frown, and you ain't getting let on that damn train. Get the step in
the train. Yeah, you got to get the step.
You just see their asses walking in the street, mad as hell. Like, fuck, yep, go back to your dorm room. Hope that bomb don't hit it. But fuck.
And then, the other sad part was you saw a lot of people like old girl, the little Puerto Rican babe on The View talking about, oh no, that's not happening. That's false reports. That's just people on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And all this kind of stuff. But I pulled up a report that said it was from like the African Student Union. And the African Student Union or whatever, their body, their government of students, they were saying the same thing. So it wasn't just people on Twitter making up stuff. This stuff was actually happening. There's video of it happening. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know how made up it can be when you got video of PC and our African brothers and sisters over there getting pushed off the trains. You know
and who is this lady to speak against what they're actually going to and you're not there?
Exactly. Right.
Like, who wants that propaganda? Who will make that shit up?
Right. Exactly. So, and then I saw another report. There's another story. Now check this out. This is supposed to be a Ukrainian brother. Now he might have been like part Arab or something, but like he was a brother though. He was a brother. He definitely, if you saw him, he looked like a light skinned black dude. You know what I'm saying? All day he had a beard. You know what I'm saying? Lined up, looked like my cousin. You know what I'm saying? He was at the border, right? And he was trying to show that it didn't have nothing to do because people would say, oh, well, they're not letting them in because they're African, they're not Ukrainian, but we'll protect our Ukrainian citizens. Now, he was a Ukrainian citizen, but he just happened to be black, and they wouldn't let his ass
in. Yep.
They wasn't. I can't believe it was a report. It was a doc I saw about what's going on, and he had like a turban on and stuff, but he had a beard, but he was a brother. He definitely was a brother. He was a light-skinned brother. I swear. If you seen him, you'd be like, he's just a light-skinned brother. You know what I'm saying? You could tell by looking at him, he had African features, or he was a brother. He wasn't a white dude. So he was sitting there like this, looking at him. He's like, okay, well, why y'all not letting me in? I'm a Ukrainian citizen. And they were like, no, you know what I'm saying? So then let's go to another thing we heard. You heard the Ukrainian president talking about these are blonde-haired, blue-eyed people. This is happening to us. You got to protect. I'm paraphrasing, y'all. This is not verbatim. But he did say that. I know you heard that too, with him saying that this is a tragedy because these are blonde-haired, blue-eyed people and what have you. You know what I'm saying? So it just goes to show, like, I can't, I know it's unpopular for a lot of y'all out there, but it just goes to show I'm not with the whole Ukraine thing. I don't really care about Ukraine because Ukraine ain't really been a country that's been a fan of people, black people in general anyway. And then I don't expect them to, but then I'm not about to sit here and be crying and, boo-hooing and putting the thing on my Facebook profile, support this and all that.
And definitely don't send my kids over there to help them fight.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and you got kids in the military. So it's like, what if they ever supported of ours, you know what I'm saying, as far as anything, You know what I'm saying? And granted, I'm not saying I don't want no human being to get hurt, harmed, shot up, bombed on, and all that. You know, please believe that. I whatever you are, I don't want to.
But the thing is, you still take the time to be racist in the motherfucker, no matter what's going on. You still stay on
Exactly.
code to be
Exactly.
that.
On code, white supremacy. We gonna stay on code. You
I
know
don't
what I'm
give a fuck
saying?
what's going on.
I don't
I'm
give a
treat
fuck
this.
what's going on.
They'll treat that Russian person that's shooting at them better than him.
Exactly. And they would. You know, and that's great. And now this is another thing. Now, since remember, we heard everything them talking about, like, oh, them, you know, being racist, that's just all made up. Putin is just trying to do something to make y'all think this and that so he can invade. He want to make y'all think Ukraine is racist so he can invade because Russia is racist too. And you know, there are a lot of neo-Nazi, you know, sects that come out of Ukraine and Russia. Everybody knows that. That's just common knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Even from the movies, you can go back certain movies with Training Day and all that. Remember the Russians and all that kind of stuff. Like you could like you just in Rocky. You can go just go back. You know, they have that kind of society. You know, you don't see a bunch of brothers and sisters trying to move to Ukraine or no fucking Russia. You know, but there's no, you know, people look. You saw a big uproar saying people saying no, that was false. But now look, they got an uproar saying that about the gay people, the gay Ukrainians over there. There's been a big uproar with the gay Ukrainians. Check this out. Trans and non-binary people trapped in war-torn Ukraine. The rule forcing men aged 18 to 60 to stay and fight has left many trans women and non-binary people stranded in the country. Basically, there was the main obstacle. This is a person. The main obstacle to Valeria Kolosova. I hope I said their name right. Escaping from Ukraine are her passport and ID card, which identified a 24-year-old transgender woman as a man, meaning she must stay to fight the invading Russian forces. So what do you think about that? So basically, they saying, we don't care if you gay or straight or whatever. You a man, you will be here. You fighting.
Basically, you know I mean, no, I'm not to laugh at them, but fuck yeah.
But what I don't like is the media crying out saying that's wrong. But because it's like you say you want equality for every, you know, all this equality, all this acceptance, and all this. So to me, what Ukraine is doing is accepting them, like saying that, well, biologically, medically, you are a man. So therefore, you want to be in this country, you part of this country, you need to fight. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and there's women out there fighting too. I mean,
right.
If there's a woman out there fighting, doing the same thing, just what makes the difference? Just pick that damn gun up and protect your country.
Right, I don't get it. So they saying basically, they're most of the, you know, a lot of the trans and non-binary out there having a big uproar. They're saying they feel afraid. They won't allow them to flee because of the marital law, or the martial law. I'm sorry, not marital law, martial law. That if you're a man between 18 and 60, you must register and you can't leave the country. It's basically like the draft. So you know, our draft don't go up that high to 60, but
They're out there old as fuck. Oh, no, let me get that machine gun.
But you know, I think they country so small, you know what I'm saying? They got to draft that high, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't really got a lot of folk, you know, a lot of people. So, I mean, they got a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as war goes, they need more people. So, you know, I mean, to me, it sounds like they accepting the trans and non-binary, the LGBTQ just fine. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and then there's actually a lot of Ukrainians that's out here in California that is actually going out there to Ukraine to fight. So
yeah,
I can see why they're like, hey, you got to stay here and get this done.
Yeah. My bad, my man, to cut you off. But,
and most of the Russians there, they don't even want to be part of that shit.
Right. But, you know, like the dominant media, the dominant society media is making the propaganda like, oh, so now the dominant media will say, oh, y'all making this thing up about the black people, but it's gays over there. Oh no, we got to do something. We got to. It's white gay people over there. Oh no, we got to. Like, you know, I mean, also now let me keep in mind, I'm not trying to poke fun at them or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, look. Now the media is bringing up the former Soviet. Now, before, when the black people was at the border, they were saying, oh, they're not racist. But now in this article about the gays, they bringing up this. It said the Soviet Republic legalized gay sex in 1991. the year of declared independence, LGBTQ people say they have more freedom there in Russia, where persecution has increased since the introduction of a ban on gay propaganda in 2013. So they said, so they had a ban on gay propaganda or something. Like, I don't know, man. I just think they trying to, like, like how y'all trying to be special in, it's women out there fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, if everybody else in the country out there fighting, then you got to get your ass out there and fight, man.
Yep.
I mean, because wouldn't it be discriminatory to be like, hey, everybody else got to fight except the gay people?
Hey, but you guys have equal rights, though, man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it has to be equal, right? So, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're crying about. Like, yeah, man, yeah, this war. I mean, war is a fucked up thing for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That don't exclude you. You know what I'm saying?
Because you ain't gonna have shit to come back home to.
Right. So if our brothers and sisters can get stopped at the border and say, hey, y'all black, y'all can't come in, then your ass got to get out there and fight too. That's what I'm saying. And moving on to other news, we almost at the end of the show, y'all, but I wanted to go right. This takes me right into my next point. Gun ownership. Check this out. There was a report. How dare them for this report? This is hilarious, man. There is a report that said that more blacks are buying guns. Is it driving up black suicide rates? Gun buying among African Americans has soared in recent years. At the same time, suicide rates have increased among young black men. Experts believe the trends may be linked because having a gun in the home increased suicide risk exponentially for every person who lives there. This means gun safety efforts as well as suicide prevention programs need to proactively address race and culture. I don't like how they try to tie that to black deaths, because a lot of these kids commit suicide ain't shooting themselves.
No, they're not. They're taking pills and shit like that, man.
Right. You know what I think? I think they just trying to, now that they see an increase in gun ownership, meaning that we trying to be ready, just like everybody else ready, right? Now that they see that, they trying to stop the gun. They want to bring the gun ownership down. You know what I'm saying? By saying that, oh, y'all are buying more guns, so then y'all have more suicides. So y'all shouldn't buy guns. Y'all should, basically, they say y'all should protect yourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's how I take it. Like, I see.
Most people that's buying guns legally, I don't know. I just can't see the link, man. It's mostly like a middle-aged man, and he's getting the knowledge of how to use firearms and stuff like that, and he may pass that on to maybe a child or something like that. Well, not a child, but somebody younger than him. But I just don't. Most people are not really just buying guns like, "Hey, I'm about to go shoot myself tomorrow." Like, that just don't make sense, man. Like,
no. Like, black in the article, black people saying the self-defense is the main reason they buying the gun, and they say many black owners say that for them, self-defense can be a particularly thorny concept, one that exists in a complicated tension that their feelings about police conduct. So I just think they just don't want us buying a lot of guns because, you know what I'm saying, they scared of us protecting ourselves, from the police and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something to try to bring it down. I think that all my brothers and sisters out there, Foundation of Black America, should learn how to handle a firearm. I mean, just to be knowledgeable, even if you don't want to own one, you should at least know how to handle one and take a lesson, take a class. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I do definitely agree with that, man, because having that knowledge, that alleviates the fear of guns.
Right. Yeah, it will alleviate the fear. And then if you
the
go
guns
practice,
don't kill people, it's the people.
Yeah. And then go practice so you don't shoot innocent people. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes be spraying and get these long 30 clips in a 9 with a switch on it, shooting everybody that ain't had nothing to do with your beef. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if y'all gonna have brothers, if y'all young brothers, y'all gonna have these guns and y'all, out all these guns and throwing the guns in the video and all that, at least go to it. Take a class.
Most of these. And most of those guys, I feel like this has nothing to do with them because they are not actually buying these guns legally. Most of these guys that you see doing that. So that's a different society of people,
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, moving right along, family. We rolling right through these. Well, speaking of gun ownership, this dude here, this sack of shit here. Yep, I called him out. I called him a sack of shit. Be mad at me. Put it in the comments. Your boy from the Proud Boys. This Proud Boys member, alleged Proud Boys member. He super socked this sister in the eye in Akron, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Now that's not alleged. They got that on videotape. As you see here in the picture in the stills right here. This guy, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this punk right here, boy. This punk ass dude. Yep, I said it. Be mad at me. So this punk ass dude right here goes around hitting his sister in the eye. Basically, he was out there saying the N-word. He was out drunk at a bar.
Damn, we old as hell out there drinking in a bar.
Yeah. Andrew Walls, this piece of shit, Andrew Walls, age 26, accused of punching the woman in the face and yelling racial slurs. This happened on February 27th. He pleaded not guilty. He pleaded not guilty to possessing a firearm while intoxicated in assault. Some have alleged Walls served as the vice president of the Akron Canton chapter of the Proud Boys, which is labeled by the Cleveland Anti-Defamation League as a right-wing extremist group. The victim, Cameron Morgan, shared with police she heard racial slurs, including the N-word, were being yelled, and told the accused to stop saying that. So she heard him yelling the N-word, and she told him, hey, man, stop saying that shit.
What she's supposed to do?
Then Walls then yelled more slurs and punched Morgan in the face. So he went in and punched the sister in the face. The victim suffered a split lip and bruising and sought medical attention before Akron police arrived. Police said more charges are pending for an additional assault on a woman who is not a more charges are pending for an assault on an additional woman who is not a minority at the same incident. Probably the girl's friend, you know what I'm saying? Her little white friend came to her aid. The information has been turned over to the FBI as Walls may be facing federal hate crime. So they don't know if they're gonna designate. They should designate. It definitely is a hate crime. I mean, damn.
Stop there, brother. Stop. What's his name? Andrew. Walls. His name is Andrew. Ain't shit happening. Nobody named Andrew.
I mean, allegedly, he is a card-carrying chapter member of the Proud Boys out there. So he's under this group. And he done punched his sister in the face. See, that's what I'm really saying, man. A lot of y'all, like, I don't know why. I guess I don't know, man. I guess you know what it is, man. I mean, I grew up in suburban areas too and stuff, but I experienced a lot of racism myself growing up, man. And I'm not that old. I'm in my 40s, so to me it went. And I grew up in some areas a lot of white folks were. It was some. Don't get me wrong, some good ones. Just like I say, it's good of all races, man. There's no monolith, but I'm just saying that this is the kind of stuff I seen growing up, man. I seen a lot of like this little stuff, but the funny part is they only do it when we not in large numbers. So a lot of y'all that be in like these little suburban areas, y'all be like the token, like on South Park and shit. Y'all be token. And y'all be going to little events thinking, oh man, everybody loves me. I'm cool. They ain't tripping on me that I'm black and my blackness and all that stuff. And then when some shit go down, then you find out. It's like you gotta quit. I'm not saying be afraid to live, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you in Akron, Ohio. Now, Akron, LeBron from there, they got some black people there. I assume she probably wasn't on the black side of town at this bar or wherever she was at, that Proud Boy go be up in that bitch.
Yeah, because he would he be there? Hell no, he would.
Hell no,
Andrew's not going to be there.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, you gotta expect, like when you in those, like me, when I used to be out in the burbs, and I was like the only black person sometimes and stuff. I never felt comfortable, man. Like I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel like, oh man, everybody just loves me out here. It's a blast. I felt like I need to watch my back.
But let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. Being that how she felt like she needed to say something like, "Hey, you need to stop that," because of what he was saying. Do you think she should have just kept to herself because the where she was at and the strength in numbers was not there?
I mean, in some circles, and some might assume, or you could say, yeah, she could have just be like, man, fuck that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And pushed on about her business. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I ain't got nobody here. I ain't got nobody here. I got my back. I'm the only, you know what I'm saying, black person out here and shit. I don't know if nobody really gonna have my back like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna go ahead, like soon, or she could have said, man, what that motherfucker talking about, nigga this, nigga that, man, I'm about to go to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Dipped. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, she wasn't wrong either way. If she said something, she wasn't wrong. If she didn't say nothing with the numbers being like they was, she wasn't wrong. Now, if she was there with like 3, 4, 5 cousins and everybody else, you know, from the hood, you know, everybody who know her or whatever, like, oh, it's time to get busy. But like, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I mean, you know what? No, I ain't gonna say that. I mean, you need to shut down white supremacy and bullshit everywhere. But you know what? Sometimes you do have to pick your battles. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you outnumbered like that, it might just be a time to get away. Like, all right, you know, because it's just motherfuckers just talking. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to address everybody to say some shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't really, honestly, that's real. Even with like trolls and shit, you don't have to address everybody to say some shit. But from that point, like if she didn't say nothing, I wouldn't feel bad. Like if she just reported the story and didn't say nothing, like she fled because you know she like, I'm a woman out here by myself, man. I don't know what this motherfucker might do. Right. I ain't mad at her for that.
And it seemed like he was literally targeting her because I don't know, she was the only black person around and she was just with her friends. Mm-hmm. But he looked like he was going to confront her regardless. So,
yeah, man. So, I don't know, man. I think so a lot of times we just got to be, man, you got to know where you at and who you around and what people be on, man. Like people be trying to be blind to it and want to live in this society, utopian society where none of this shit happen. I mean, it's true. It's places where don't. I mean, I live some good places, people cool, but you just got like, I don't know, man. You just gotta be aware of your surroundings. That's what I was always taught.
And this makes me circle back to what we were just talking about a few seconds ago with the self-defense and having a firearm. Because what if the friend didn't intervene and he just kept going and attacking her? Like she had to have something to protect herself.
Yeah, she need that power tool, man. You know what I'm saying? She need that power tool.
And I feel especially women, they really should get that education and protect yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ladies, don't be afraid to go out there to the gun range and get some training.
Yep, because I see countless times when domestic disputes where you just don't have that knowledge or even have that firearm that could protect you and your family. Like,
yeah, man, yeah. She should definitely have something on her. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, this dude's a card carrying member of this or that organization allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm a strong advocate of every female should always leave the house with something to protect themselves.
Me too. You can't be out there naked. Y'all. You know, I know women, y'all like to be naked, wear a little skimpy, but you can't be out there naked when it comes to protection. You know what I'm saying? I got to get something to protect, even if it's a stun gun, and you know what I'm saying. Now, don't be just riding up on your baby daddy, fucking him up with shit. You already know how that goes. I'm just playing. I'm just saying, protect yourself. You know, have something to protect yourself, sisters, because it's a lot of y'all that's getting kidnapped, missing, and all kind of shit, man. You know, so you definitely want to protect yourself. And then and quit going and look at the time you go out. Just look at everything. You know, don't be going out 3 a.m, 2 a.m, some dude crib you don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he is look like Tommy from Tommy from Power. Well, he looked like Tommy from Power. I'm gonna go over there. He's not racist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't know this man. I'm not saying that, you know, you're never wrong in interracial, man. You definitely know. I'm not in interracial relationships, but I have friends who are, we know. But you know, I think that's a good thing if it's about love. Like I said before, if it's about love, y'all met on love pretenses, man, I'm all for it. But if you just out there just picking and choosing, like, that's some sucker shit. Let's see here. Next thing we're going to end it out, man. Let's end it out on a strong note. About our health, man, black health, man. We gotta always worry about the black man's health and and not even just, you know, health in general as we people getting older, but definitely for Foundation Black Americans. Check this out. There was a study that was done that was saying that that on a plant-based diet, Black people, as they get older, they do better. So cognitively, we do better when we are having plant-based diet. So the study showed that plant-based diets may slow cognitive decline in Black adults as they age. You know what I'm saying? Eating a predominantly plant-based diet may substantially slow the rate of cognitive decline in older Black adults in the U.S., according to preliminary research. However, the dietary pattern had less effect on cognitive decline in older white adults, according to the findings.
Broccoli brain.
Yeah, broccoli brain. Dr. Seven was great. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not in push for a total plant-based diet. I don't, I work out definitely and try to keep myself in shape. I do believe in moderation. Now, if you're not good at moderating, you're not good at policing your own diet, then by all means get a plant-based diet because you're not good at the shit. But if you're a person who can, if you're a person who can eat in moderation, meaning I moderate how much red meat. Me personally, I don't eat a lot of red meat. I don't like to eat a lot of red meat. I like red meat though. So every now and then I do want a steak. You know what I'm saying? A nice steak and vegetables and potato. You know what I'm saying? But I might eat that maybe once a year or maybe twice a year at the most. You know what I'm saying? Because my main diet is pretty much chicken, fish, veggies. I try to stick chicken, fish, veggies, and and then of course, I eat bullshit just like everybody else too. I have my little weaknesses and stuff.
We're all human.
Yeah, you gotta, but I try to limit my pork. Definitely, I don't eat a lot of pork. To the point where
foods.
Yeah, even when I go to get fast food, I used to, everybody like they certain things like, I want a bacon cheeseburger, but now when I go to if I do eat fast food, I don't get the bacon on it anymore. I'm like, no, just give me a cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big stride for me. You know what I'm saying? For not to take my pork intake down, because that was basically the only way I was getting pork is bacon. You know what I'm saying? I don't really eat pork chops and all that type of stuff no more.
Devil's meat eating ass.
Yeah, man. I ain't ate that stuff since it's been a long time. But my only source of pork pretty much is bacon. Any like bacon type products. Like I have a thing, I love bacon. So I just try to limit that. And then just like you say, just gotta keep your chicken and your fish. And make sure we stress it on this show, man. Make sure you take your supplements, your vitamins, your black seed oils, your elderberry, your sea moss, and things of that. Those things will keep your immune system healthy and keep you living long. And also make sure you get some type of exercise in. I'm not saying you got to be, chiseled up and all that, and all this and that, but just get some exercise in, maybe once a week, twice a week. Take your lady out for a walk. You know what I'm saying? Take her out for a walk, run around the track.
Stimulate your damn mind.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Get out in nature. You need to get out in nature. You definitely, we as Black folks, we got to get out in nature because that recharges your battery. For me, I'm a person, I'm born under the water sign. So, it says that I energize near water. So what I like to do, I like to go walking on the trail near where I live. There's water, and I do get recharged being in nature. I do feel it though. I'd be like, damn, man, it's good to be out here near the water and the nature, the little creek and shit, vibing and stuff. So yeah, man, it's good. You got to get out and get some form of exercise. I know the hustle and bustle of work is demanding, you know what I'm saying? But just please take some time to invest in your health, because I lost a lot of friends who didn't keep up with their health, and brothers is out of here. Our brothers, we be out here at 50 when we don't take care of our health. So we definitely got to stay on your health. Drink a lot of water. Make sure y'all drink some water. I know a brother, they said is and you know who it is if you watch the show. They said, man, hey, I'm gonna say this, man, my dog, you know who you are. I grew up with you. If you're watching the show, man, make sure you drink some water, my dog. You know what I'm saying? I know you love I know you love Hennessy. I ain't gonna say your name. I know you love Hennessy. But
only time you have water is when there's ice in it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, water is when there's ice in it. Man, make sure you drink some water, my brother. I want you around for a lot of years to come. I'm sure your family do too, man. It's all love. All right. But man, other than that, man, I think this is the show, y'all. Man, we want to thank y'all for joining us again. Once again, Chris joined us. He's in the middle of a damn windstorm out there in Cali. You know what I'm saying? So y'all pray for him out there because Cali, man, shit, fuck around, be an earthquake on our ass. I was just talking about that. I was just talking about that. I said Cali, me and my girl. I was like, Cali ain't had a earthquake in a long time, and I was like, it's so funny they ain't had an earthquake because remember when we was growing up, that was always the thing. It's like, oh man, all the earthquakes out there, San Francisco and all that. So I'm like, man, y'all, hey. I pray that the weather in Cali stays like it's supposed to because I want to come down here and visit this year and get my Nipsey on, drive down, give me a Pinky's hot dog and shit like that and all that, man. So, yeah, man. Yeah, give me a Pink's. That Pink's hot. I got to have one. You know what I'm saying? All the gangbang please when I come don't tell me to check in because my family from down there. So I have to check in with Chris Brown or Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
Don't have me check in, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm a square. So I'm just a square who like to dibble and dabble in the cannabis every now and then. So y'all don't be like, oh shit, that motherfucker go from you, dude. No, I don't even. Hey, it's all love here, baby. But once again, man, having some fun with y'all, man. Hey, man, it's been a blast. Make sure y'all check us out. We'll be back at you next week. Should be back at full strength with Wing and Tack next week, man. Other than that, man, y'all stay safe. Y'all stay healthy. Make sure you love each other and peace out. See, you got anything, last thing you want to say?
Man, all is well out here. Let's hope my power comes back on and we'll see y'all next week.
For sure. Peace out.